Welcome to Smashville. This is PK Subban.
I'm Dan Hamhuis.
This is Craig Smith.
This is Mike Fisher.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy.
Everybody loves their soldiers until they come home and stop fighting.
Enough is enough.
They need me to bleed, and I'll bleed for my team.
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
This is Ryan Johansson. Welcome to Smashville.
This is Philip Forsberg.
I'm Victor Arvidsson.
I'm Ryan Ellis.
I'm Matthias Ekholm.
I'm Beckerin, and you're listening to the Renegades of Puck with Crazy Charlie.
Crazy Charlie puts words in my mouth. You can't trust that guy.
If you can't get some fire, some passion, some energy, and figure out how in the hell to talk about this magnificent sport of hockey that has taken over the city of Nashville, then why are you on the radio? You don't deserve it, and you should do the honorable thing and turn your mic in. You're making a damn fool of yourself.
This is my declaration. I'm coming after every single one of you. The lazy, the tired, the boring voices out there. Your time is up. I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier.
I'm Pete Weber of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Find a way, boys. No more half-stepping.
Now, here's your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. And before we get started with the no half-step in hockey coverage, first let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you learn everything you need to know about the show. Once you're good and educated about the show, that's when you click on that merchandise tab. It's going to take you straight to our classic logo tee and all the gimmicks you've come to know and love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Whether that's socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, it makes no difference to us. After all, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent and unaffiliated hockey operation known as the Renegades of Puck, so here's how you can jump in the trenches with us. We are currently active on the following social media platforms, and remember, it doesn't cost you a thing, and it doesn't take you but a second, but it sure goes a long way to helping us. Facebook, Instagram, and Threads is where you can currently find the Renegades of Puck. YouTube, it is of critical importance that we continue building up our audience as we are going to put all of our core content on YouTube for the foreseeable future. So please, if you can spare a subscription over on YouTube and pass those links around to the Renegades in your life, we sure would appreciate it. It would go a long way to helping us out. You can support the show financially by going to Venmo and searching Renegades of Puck, or you can scan the QR code that's over there on the virtual tip jar. Sure would appreciate it. We are almost to our goal of building the brand new set in the next couple of weeks. We hope to accrue a couple more donations to finish off the last details. I cannot wait to reveal the future of the Renegades of Puck. You have an opportunity to even see some of that on News Channel 5 on Friday evening, so make sure you're checking that out. Now listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. It's time for operation number 991. That's right, it's time for show number 991, and at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division. After 79 games skated, they have a record of 29, 42, and 8. 66 points has them all alone in the wastelands of the Central Division. On the road, the Predators have finally reached double digits in victories. They are 10, 25, and 5, and their final road game is the one we will be previewing here against the Vegas Golden Knights. The Preds have scored 203 goals this season. They've given up 261 goals against. It's a goal differential of minus 58. For the Predators, well, there is not a full week ahead. There is a half of a week remaining. The Predators will wrap up this game on Saturday night, and that will be the remainder of their road schedule in Vegas. Monday versus Utah, Wednesday versus Dallas, and that is the end of the regular season for the Nashville Predators. Quickly, the Central Division update. A little less intrigue during this update as the Winnipeg Jets have defeated the Dallas Stars head-to-head. So now with 3 games to go, the two teams separated by 6 points. The Winnipeg Jets look like they've got the Central Division wrapped up as of that victory. 112 points on the season, and in first place, the Dallas Stars in second place with 106 points. Each team 3 games remaining. The Colorado Avalanche are at 100 points. They're locked into that third position as they only have 2 games remaining and are 6 points behind Dallas. The Minnesota Wild are in fourth place currently with 93 points due to tiebreakers. The St. Louis Blues also have 93 points. They're in fifth place. Both teams well in control of their wild card situation. Utah has officially been eliminated by the Nashville Predators as of last night. 85 points on the season in 6th place. Predators and the Blackhawks also eliminated, 66 points and 56 points in 7th and 8th place, respectively. The Predators and the Vegas Golden Knights, this is the third of 3 regular season meetings. We go back to January the 14th when the Preds defeated the Vegas Golden Knights 5-3 at Bridgestone Arena. Honorin 19-22 picked up the victory. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Barron with the goals in that one. Also Stamkos adding 2 more to do most of the damage. Samsonov 18-22 took the loss. Dorofeyev got all of the goals for Vegas with 3 in that game. The two teams would meet again on the 29th of March. Vegas would score the victory in this game 3-1. Honorin again getting the start 26-28 and taking that loss. O'Reilly picking up the only goal for the Preds. Eichel, Smith, and Howden all with goals for the Vegas Golden Knights. Now let's talk about the Vegas Golden Knights for a moment because they are currently in competition for one of the best records in the NHL. 47-22-9 is their record, 103 points. They are first overall in the Pacific Division. On home ice, very good record, 27-9-3, 260 goals scored this season, 209 goals given up. That's a plus 51 goal differential. Their most recent stretch of completed action starts on April 3rd with a 4-0 loss versus Winnipeg. On the 5th of April, a 3-2 overtime win at Calgary. On the 6th of April, a 3-2 win at Vancouver. On the 8th of April, a 3-2 shootout loss at Colorado. And most recently, a 2-1 win versus the Seattle Kraken. Hill getting the start, getting the victory, 24 out of 25 in that game. The inside numbers for this matchup, the Vegas Golden Knights, 5 of the 6 metrics we'll talk about are top 10 metrics. As a matter of fact, they're top 5 metrics in the league. The Predators only have 2 in the top 10. Let's get into it. Goals for 2.54 for Nashville is 32nd overall in the NHL. For the Vegas Golden Knights, 3.30 goals per game is 6th best in the league. Goals against a 2.61 is 5th best in the NHL for Vegas. For Nashville, 3.30 given up per game is 25th overall. In the shots on goal category, Predators consistently high in this metric for a while now. 29.4 per game is 7th best in the league. 30.1 though for Vegas is 4th best in the league. Shots against only 26.3. Vegas outstanding at suppressing shots on goal. They are 5th best in the NHL. The Predators giving up 28.4. They are 15th in the NHL. When it comes to special teams, the power play conversion rate for the Nashville Predators is 21.8%. They are at 17th in the league. 48 conversions, 220 opportunities. Power play conversions for the Knights, 29.1% is first best overall power play in the league. 52 conversions, 179 opportunities. Penalty kill, 81.3% is 8th best in the league. 43 power play goals given up by Nashville. 76.4% kill rate for Vegas is 23rd in the league. They've given up 39 power play goals against. In the statistics and the individual scoring leaders for these teams, let's start with the visiting Nashville Predators. Philip Forsberg leads in all 3 of these categories: goals, assists, and total points. 31 goals, 42 assists, 73 total points. Jonathan Marchessault bumping up in the stats the last couple of games since returning from injury. Now 19 goals and 34 assists for 53 total points. Steven Stamkos is at 27 and 25 for 52. O'Reilly's got 19 goals, 29 assists for 48 points. The captain, Roman Josi, still out on injured reserve, is at 9 goals and 29 assists for 38 points. For the home team, Vegas Golden Knights, Jack Eichel leads the way, scoring in the most recent game against the Nashville Predators. He has 27 goals and 66 assists for 93 points on the season. Stone is at 19 and 48 for 67. Hurdle is at 31 goals, 28 assists for 59 points. Theodore, 7 goals, 47 assists for 54 points. And Dorofeyev, 33 goals and 17 assists for 50 points on the season. Goaltending matchups, he's Hill at 31, 13 and 5. 2.46 goals against, average of 908 save percentage, and 4 shutouts. Facing off against UC Saros, 19, 30, and 6 at 2.96 goals against, average an 896 save percentage with 4 shutouts on the season. It's the Predators' last road game of the year. They finally get to double digits on the road this season. How will they close it out? Will they manage to pick up their 11th win? We'll be breaking it down right here in the bunker. But first, we've got to go back and talk about the Predators' last road game, and it was in Utah against the Utah Hockey Club. It's a Reverse Sports full game recap. It's right here. It's coming up next.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to April 10th, the year 2025, when the Nashville Predators were in Utah to face off against the Utah Hockey Club. Head coach Andrew Brunette, back behind the bench, back from personal reasons, deploys his lines and defensive pairings in the following way: Bunting, O'Reilly, Evangelista, Forsberg, Stamkos, LaRue, Verona, Svechkov, Marchessault, Smith, McCarron, and Wood. Your defensive pairings are Shea and Blankenberg, Del Gaizo, and Barron, Englund, and Osterley. UC Saros gets the start in net. We are 1 minute and 50 seconds into the first period, where we find our first action. It's Vejmelka coming with a save on Barron. That's the Predators' first shot on goal of the game at the 2:54 mark. The first period, Saros coming in with a save on Cole at the 3:40 mark. On the first, it's Saros coming in with a save on Doan. 4:31 now, Vejmelka, a save on Osterley through some heavy traffic out there. 8:29 of the first period, Vejmelka comes up with a save on Phil Forsberg. Past the halfway point of the first period, now at 12:16, we find UC Saros coming with a save on Dursey at 13:35. Saros a save on McBain with the deflection at close range. 16:13 now, the first Saros a save on Kesserling, and then 17:39 Wood comes up with the deflection that goes off of the post, catching iron for the Preds. That would be your final action of the first period. No scoring in the first. The Utah Hockey Club outshoots Nashville 11-5. On the clean sheet of the second periods, where we start to see the activity really pick up. Our first special teams scenario of the game comes at 1:56 of the second period. Steven Stamkos is off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. UC Saros comes up with a save on Gunther, and then UC Saros comes up with a save on Keller. Overall, a decent penalty kill, but the Predators a bend not break mentality on this one. But at 4:49 of the second period, Bukestad breaks through for the Utah Hockey Club, getting them on the board with his 7th goal this season. It was a sharp angle snipe off of the ear hole of UC Saros and into the net. Hard forecheck freed the puck, and then that allowed Bukestad to finish off the play. Utah takes a 1-0 lead here in the second period. 6:51 now, the second goal off the box, 2 minutes for interference. Blankenberg and Stenlund are then picking up matching minors not too long afterwards, but that doesn't change the manpower on the ice, so power play continues. Vejmelka a save on Wood, then Svechkov hits the post, then Vejmelka another save on Wood. The Preds buzzing on this power play, just missing putting the puck in. 13:31 of the second now. Vejmelka comes with a save on Forsberg in the splits at the back door. An impressive save right here. That allows 13:54 just seconds later. Doan with his 6th goal of the season. It comes off the return rush. It goes off the crossbar and in, so the Predators just inches from scoring on one end, and then Utah scoring on the other end. An exciting end-to-end sequence. Utah leads 2-0 in this game. 14:21 now. The second Saros comes with the save on Bukestad. 16:30 of the second. Cooley off the box. 2 minutes for tripping, and the Predators will take advantage. Blankenberg with his 4th goal of the season. It's a long shot from straight away that comes through heavy Ryan O'Reilly screen and a lot of traffic down the slot. That puts the Preds on the board with their first goal, but they're still trailing 2-1. 18:44 on the second period. Saros comes with a save on Kesserling. 19:59 with just point-something seconds left in the period. Dursey off the box, 2 minutes for hooking. Forsberg earning his Predators team a power play here at the end of the period. Utah out shooting Nashville after 2 periods, 22-18, and leading the game 2-1. The carryover of the power play that occurred at the end of the second period on the clean sheet of the third period. It's 1 minute and 59 seconds total carryover, but the Preds won't need all of that because Phil Forsberg is going to take a rebound and tuck it in for his 31st goal of the season, tying this game up at 2 apiece. And then immediately afterwards, at back to 5-on-5 hockey at 3:17 in the third period, O'Reilly's 19th goal of the season gives the Predators a 3-2 lead as he pulled the puck out of the traffic, gave himself an open shooting lane, and fires it in, throwing Vejmelka's timing off just enough to put the Predators ahead 3-2. 4:54 now of the third period for the first time. Utah playing from behind. Vejmelka comes up with a save on Wood's backhand. 5:09 of the third. Saros comes up with a save on Stenlund. We flip over to the backside of the sheet, and at 5:42, we find Ginther with his 27th goal of the season. He pulls the rebound off of Saros' pad and tucks it in, not dissimilar to what Ryan O'Reilly had just done minutes earlier, but this time at close range and taking the puck directly off the goalie instead of pulling it out of the traffic just a couple feet away. This ties the game up at 3 apiece. Heck of a hockey game back and forth now. 7 minutes of the third period. Saros comes up with a save on McBain. The 8:02 mark of the third. Saros comes up with a save on Durzee's deflection. At the 8:25 mark, Vejmelka a save on Forsberg's deflection. So some more end-to-end action right here in this game. 11:29 of the third period. Vejmelka comes with a save on Wood after a turnover, a glorious scoring opportunity for the Predators turned aside by Vejmelka. 13:52, Vejmelka comes up with a save on Osterley. 15:34, Saros a save on Cooley. A big sequence and moment right there for the Predators. 15:57, Saros a save on McBain, continuing to do the hard work in this game. 17:12 of the third, Vejmelka comes with a save on England. 18:33, Saros comes with a save on Yamamoto's rebound, which was a follow-up of Schmaltz's shot. This was another impressive save sequence for UC Saros here at the end of the game. And at 19:58 of the third, Saros a save on Ginther again. This brings us to the end of regulation with the score tied at 3 apiece. Utah 40 shots on goal now. The Nashville Predators 29 shots on goal total in the overtime session. At the 150 mark of the OT, Vejmelka comes up with a save on Bunting, and then at 250 of the overtime session, Svechkov off the box, 2 minutes for hooking. 0 shots on goal against the 4:59 mark of the overtime session. Vejmelka coming up with one final save on Svechkov. At the end of the overtime session, we're still tied at 3 apiece. Utah has 42 shots on goal now, while Nashville has 31. Saros and Vejmelka both strong again in the overtime session. In the shootout, it took until the final shooter, so all 3 Utah shooters are stopped by UC Saros, and then Philip Forsberg is the third shooter for the Nashville Predators, comes in with speed and finishes with power on the backhand. That was really an authoritative ending to this game. That's the Nashville Predators get the shootout goal and win the game 4-3 in the shootout. Utah does outshoot Nashville 42-31 for this game, but the Nashville Predators, who were down 2-0, come back, respond, give up the tying goal, find a way to get to overtime, get some huge goaltending from UC Saros down the stretch. As a matter of fact, Saros ends up making 39 saves on 42 shots against this game, including all 3 in the shootout. So good job by the Nashville Predators. A nice rivalry win. The Utah Hockey Club closed out their home schedule in their first season in Utah, and it was a fantastic environment. The fans certainly into it. They're already building a lot of culture there. It was an enjoyable presentation to watch, and the Nashville Predators coming back in the victory, and Philip Forsberg with that authoritative finish. Well, that was fantastic right there. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We've got analysis, box score, and so much more coming up on this game next on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Welcome back in. That was the Rebirth Sports full game recap. Let's get into some analysis now. Let's talk about UC Saros, who was the story of the game. As the game unfolded, it became more apparent that this was a goaltender's matchup. Vejmelka deserves some stick taps for the performance that he had. Some big-time highlight reel saves on his end of the ice, but UC Saros is who we're talking about right here, 39 out of 42, including stopping all 3 in the shootout. So let's call it 42 out of 45 in this game. Outstanding in every way. Some highlight reel saves, some athletic saves, some good puck tracking, some very difficult sequences. Yes, and the sharp angle goal against is a tough one, but that's a heck of a snipe. And after that, UC Saros was incredibly strong the rest of the way. And the reason that the Nashville Preds earned a point and then in overtime comes away with a robbery of a save, and then in the shootout stops all 3 shooters. So I guess UC Saros is basically the reason the Predators got 2 points in this one, as he performed from start to finish in this one at a very, very high level, earning his 19th victory of the season. Phil Forsberg picks up a goal. That's his 31st goal of the season. It was the shootout game-winning goal as well. Doesn't count in the statistics, but it counts for getting the team an extra point and picking up a victory. And that shootout game-winning goal attempt, the approach with speed, the finish with authority and power, that's everything you want out of Phil Forsberg. A power forward move. In the shootout, you just typically don't see guys come in with speed and authority like that. They're looking to pick their spot. They're looking to outweight the goaltender. Philip Forsberg said, to hell with all that. I'm going straight to the net. I'm picking my best move, and I am putting it in. And Vejmelka, who had a great game, was absolutely just whipped by this shot in the shot. But Phil Forsberg also picks up the goal in game, and that's his 31st of the season. Some jam right there, pulling the rebound out and tucking it in. So good job right there by Phil Forsberg. Also 4 shots on goal. O'Reilly, a goal and assist for 2 total points, 3 shots on goal, 2 block shots, 21-37 in total time on ice, and it's just winning hockey. When he's out there on the ice, he plays winning hockey. I'm glad he's still a part of the Nashville Predators. I'm glad he's a part of the Nashville Predators' future, because when the Predators are going well, a player like Ryan O'Reilly could be the single most important asset outside of your starting goaltender for winning hockey. He is just exceptional to watch out there. Marchessault, since returning to the lineup, has put a couple of points up now at 53 for the season. He got his 34th assist of the season in this game in Utah. Great to see Marchessault back in the lineup. Great to see him also producing here at the end of the season. Would love to see him finish these last couple of games on a good, solid, confidence-building run to bring himself into his second season as Nashville Predators ready to go. I expect a lot of big things out of the players that joined the team this year in their second season. Wood, impressive effort by the rookie right here. 4 shots on goal, 9:57 in total time on ice. A noticeable presence throughout, a couple of backhand opportunities. He's calling for the puck. He's bringing the jam. He's hitting the post. He's been around the net, noticeable in every opportunity that we've seen him so far skate for the Nashville Predators. I look forward to watching him over the final 3 games of the season and his continued development through training camp next season and into next season. I'm sure Milwaukee is the destination for Wood for next season, but it's been impressive to see him here at the very beginnings of his career. Blankenberg picks up a goal, a very mature play on the power play, walks it to the middle of the ice, waits for the perfect lane to open up with the big O'Reilly screen and all of the different layers of traffic through the slot, and he rips it. Blankenberg with a power play goal in this one, plus 3 shots on goal, 23-19 in total time on ice. No, it's not the most by the defenseman, but 23-19 is a hell of a lot of hockey to play out there. Also dropped a hit in this game. Let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital Solutions. We'll come back. We'll go through the box score, get you the good, cold, hard numbers, and we'll get on out of the trenches and get ready for this upcoming weekend. Predators' last road game of the season coming up in Vegas on Saturday night. Right back, Renegades of Puck podcast.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Welcome back in. Time for the good cold hard numbers known as the box score. Your goal scorers for this game for the Nashville Predators: Philip Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly, Nick Blankenberg, and of course in the shootout, Philip Forsberg, but that does not count towards the statistics. On the assist side of things, it was Michael Bunting with 1, Jonathan Marchessault with 1, Ryan O'Reilly and Steven Stamkos also adding assists. Brady Shea is on a multi-game point scoring streak, picking up another assist in this game. Your shots on goal leader 4 was the high. That was Matthew Wood and Philip Forsberg pacing the Predators. Ryan O'Reilly had 3, Barron had 3, Blankenberg, Del Gaizo, and Osterley all had 3 shots on goal. Block shots, 3 was the high. That's Brady Shea and Justin Barron. Then 2 from Forsberg, 2 from O'Reilly, and 2 from Osterley. In the physical component of the game, in the hits category, England led the way with 5 hits in this one. McCarron had 4 and was a noticeable agitation all night for Utah. LaRue had 3, the same, drawing a power play for his team, and Cole Smith also delivered 3 hits in this game. Your time on ice leaders for the forwards: 21:37 for Ryan O'Reilly, 20:10 for Phil Forsberg, 19:01 for Steven Stamkos. When it comes to the defensemen, 26:10 for Brady Shea, 24:01 for Justin Barron, 23:19 for Nick Blankenberg. Power play in this game was actually quite good. 2 out of 3 your power play time on ice leaders are Phil Forsberg at 3:38, and then Jonathan Marchessault at 3:27, and Ryan O'Reilly at 2:53. Nick Blankenberg 2:25. The penalty kill, perfect 2 for 2. Your penalty kill time on ice leaders: Ryan O'Reilly at 1:52, Cole Smith at 1:28, and Michael McCarron at 1:21 for the forwards. On the defensive side of things, Brady Shea 2:59, Justin Barron 2:22, and Nick Blankenberg 1:40. Your netminder in this game, UC Saros, exceptional, 39 out of 42 for the regulation and overtime portion of the game. 3 goals against, an in-game save percentage of 929, 40 even strength saves, 2 power play saves, no shorthanded saves, and stopped all 3 shooters in the shootout. Other numbers falling out of the box score: the Preds win the special teams battle, 2 out of 3 on the power play, perfect on the penalty kill, 2 for 2. Face-off winning percentage, nice tick up from the last couple of games, 56.7%, 25 hits, 18 block shots, only 1 takeaway, and 23 giveaways. So the Predators definitely a little sloppy on the puck, but I struggle to see how the Predators land 1 takeaway when I can remember more than 1. Very, very visually right now, just sitting here. But that's going to do it for the box. What's going to do it for the good cold hard numbers? And you know what? That's going to do it for operation number 991. Channel 5, John Burton going to be running a piece on the Renegades of Puck and the future of the Renegades. You'll get your first looks at the new set. If you haven't been following along on social media, it's only about 50% complete right now. We still have yet to add in the boards and the ceiling and the floor, and well, so we have a lot to do still over the next week or 10 days. Acquisitions went well. We have gotten all of the supplies that we need, and we are just waiting for the synthetic ice tiles to get here now so that we can pick construction back up and continue. So make sure you're following along on social media and checking that out, and check out the piece on Channel 5 that's going to run a couple of different times later on Friday. So we sure to appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate your viewership. We appreciate your time, and most importantly, I appreciate each and every one of you. Stick taps, love, and respect. I'm your hosting captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.